Okay. Well, really proud of our football team. We had a couple weeks where everything went right. We played about as good as we could, and of course, that's what you always try to do. But this team, Virginia, they came ready to play, and they had some big wins at North Carolina. Took Miami in overtime. They know how to play football, and got off to a little bit of a shaky start, but still had the lead. And then, of course, the interception for a touchdown kind of shifted that momentum in their favor. They had the one fumble they picked up, went for a touchdown, got in their favor. But proud of our guys to hang in there when things were not going our way and play to the end and find a way to make enough big plays to win the game and get some stops at the end. That's really how football works. You go back and you try to learn from it, but when you play good teams, you got to just find a way to make one more play than they do and score one more point than they do. So fortunately, we were able to come out with a win. And of all of our victories, I'm probably proud of our team for hanging in this one than any of them, because they could have easily lost confidence and started to doubt themselves a little bit, but they didn't. They played to the end. So really, really proud of them. Without question, the one injured player for Virginia, I hope he's okay. That was unfortunate, but I do hope he's okay.
Jeff, was there anything in particular in that fourth quarter, went back and forth, you guys were able to put it away in the lead? Was there anything that was done differently, an adjustment, or anything that you saw out there?
Well, the last drive that we kind of just called some simple little play action plays. Jack did a good job of throwing to the open guy, finding the check down a few times. And then we did take one shot deep, and Amari did a great job getting open. As I look back on it, I need to find ways to get Amari and our slot receivers to the ball more, but we have been running the ball well and not throwing it a whole lot, but I need to do a better job there. And then our defense got a good stop, got us the ball back, and we ran a play to the weak side. Our line did a great job blocking. Isaac, had a couple good series there, so we stayed with him. He took it, hit it downhill, saw the crease, and you couldn't catch him. So just a great play and great blocking by our offensive line, and we needed it. So you just kind of hang in there and you just play to the end. And it wasn't perfect, but like I said, I really am proud that we hung in there and found a way to win this game.
Coach, this game was a little bit like the ghost of Pittsburgh pass, where some of the similar things happen. You have the pick six, you have the defense kind of get a little shaky, but then you guys turned it around. Do you feel like some of the lessons learned from that game helped both the coaching staff as well as the players to kind of right the ship and get things back on track?
I think so. I think anytime you turn the ball over, it hurts. Anytime you turn it over and they score with it, it really hurts. And of course, that happened in Pittsburgh. But we continued to get turnovers and miss field goals like we did today. So we just kind of circled the wagons a little bit and got it going in the right direction, and just found a way to make a few plays at the end. So I was disappointed that we had that little rut there, but I think as we continue forward, we're going to play good football teams. We're going to have some ruts here and there. We got to be able to bounce back. We got to be able to switch the momentum as quick as we can, not allow the game to get out of hand. We kept this thing close. We got a great stop, when we stopped for a field goal, and gave us a chance to keep the game in scoring range for us to come back, and I think it just gave us some hopes. I just think all of our guys played hard to the end. We needed every last bit of it, and I give Virginia a lot of credit. They did a really good job. They came ready to play, and they had a good second half, but we were able to finish it in the end.
Jeff, you guys had games earlier in the year against Indiana, Georgia Tech, where you really had to fight to either hang on or come back. What do you think it is about this team that they've been able to kind of come together and not lose confidence, like you mentioned in some of these moments?
Well, I think we got a good coaching staff that we try to preach hard work, preparation, all those things, but talk them through that everything's not always going to go perfect. Everything's not going to be exactly the way you design it. Some days someone's going to make more plays, some days the other guy's going to make more plays, but you just got to hang in there. You just got to play together, and these guys have stuck together. We've had some close games that we easily could have lost and be sitting here not near in the great position that we are, but we found a way to win. So hats off to our coaches and our players, because they have done enough to win the game. And you go back and you you circle the wagons, you try to figure out how can we get better and correct things, and we've done that every week. And we're not bashful about it, identifying the mistakes we make and how can we get better. So we'll do it again. And I think our team should enjoy this and get a little mental break because, like I said, you know, we finished the season with two really tough opponents that we're going to have to be more efficient and play better in order to win.
Kind of again, I'm not losing confidence. Jack obviously had that stretch where he threw the pick six. I think it was a 3 and out, and got sacked at the end of that drive. Do you talk to him after that, or do you kind of just let him work his way out of his run?
No, I talked to him, and you know, he understood. He was a little flustered a little bit. You could tell he was a little jumpy in there, but I've been in those shoes. You're going to get a little jumpy when things aren't going your way. You're getting hit, throwing an interception. You're going to lose a little bit of confidence. You just kind of have to try to, you know, take a couple deep breaths and relax and say, hey, give me another chance. Let me go show him. And I just think he's played enough football that he knew how to do that. He rallied the troops. He had an efficient drive where he threw the ball where he needed to. He found a check down, and then he throws a wide open deep pass. He launches it out there, puts it right for Amari, a big one, and then of course next drive was easy. It was a handoff to Isaac, but you know, he played to the end. So I just think every little thing matters in these type of games, and to come out of this one with a victory is a great ending for us.
Jeff, how do you approach on a night where it seemed like things are out of sync early? How do you approach trying to get them back aligned? How did you kind of manage that?
Well, they did a good job trying to stop our running game, our inside zone runs, and some things. They were doing a good job, and you know, they mixed up the coverage a little bit, kind of confused our quarterback a couple times. We weren't as precise as we'd like to be, and we weren't as, you know, we had a couple penalties that hurt us. Jawar was wide open down the sideline, going in to score, ran a little bit out of bounds. Unfortunately, that hurt us, and it just kind of, those things kind of stopped drives. And you know, their quarterback played well. They made plays. They had receivers that could play, and they made plenty of plays as well and challenged us. And quarterback draw, we couldn't tackle him. He made big plays. You know, just fortunately, we just kind of hung in there. And like I said, I just think we have been battle tested. We've had enough games that weren't easy, so I think we are used to it. And while the last two were great days for us, that's just not realistic, even though that's always the goal. So just proud that they hung in there to the end.
Last two.
Joe, it's kind of cliche, I guess, but when you talk about, you know, their ability to hang in there and, you know, kind of come together, how much do you feel like culture and chemistry that has been building this season kind of plays into that?
Well, I think it matters. You know, we try to provide an environment here where, starting with myself, working with our coaches and our players, we gotta put the work in, and it's gotta be visible, and you gotta be willing to, you know, do your part. And I think if things don't go your way and you make mistakes, I have to take blame first, and then we move it to the coaches, and then we try to just figure it out with the players how to get it done, because it's not easy to play football. I mean, it's tough. It's a tough physical football game. It takes so much preparation and toughness and grit to go out there. We got plenty of guys that are playing injured. You know, Jamari Thrash has a hand that he just continues to play through. We have other guys that have injuries that continue to get back there. So I give them a lot of credit. So I just think it's a good nucleus of guys. They like coming over this building. They like playing in this stadium. They want to win. They know it's not always going to be perfect, but I think as long as we just play to the end, we don't lose confidence. We try to continue to just fight and battle throughout the entire game. Hopefully, when it's over, you have one more point than they do, and I think for the most part this year we've done a good job of that.
Last one.
Coach, you had that play where the defense forces a fumble, but it turns into a touchdown for them, and then you have the long injury timeout. What are you saying to your guys after kind of a gut punch play where you make a good defensive play, but it turns into a touchdown for them?
Well, we had the interception for a touchdown, and then of course we backed them way up, and they just throw a little swing pass, they make a tackle, and the ball pops out, and they pick it up and score. So they just were getting some breaks, and that's, you know, I'm sure we got breaks as well the last couple weeks, but they got a couple breaks. They capitalized on it, and I just think, you know, we knew we just had to keep fighting and playing to the end. We talk about it all the time. You know, we go against our defense a lot, and they completely shut us down. It's not fun, but you got to go back out there and try it again. A couple times we may have some days where we make some plays, but they got to continue to keep battling to the end. So I just think, you know, it takes everybody on the team. they wanna win enough that they just stuck to it, and, I think our coaches coached to the end, we just try to stay in the moment and play to the end, and, you know, hope that, you know, you get a win when it's all over, but, you know, I thought our fans were into the game, I'm sure, you know, they were a little worried there for a while, but they hung with us, and we continue to play hard, so proud of our fans for helping us out.
All right, Coach.